Hello everyone, in this video we are going to cover the current affairs. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GK Today Academy app. For regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. Now we have started a new channel, Civils Academy. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. Now let's start. Who is the head of Parliamentary Standing Committee on Information Technology? So this committee is headed by Dr. Shashi Tharoor. Recently, this committee on information technology was in news because it decided to take up the issue of TRP manipulation. What is TRP? It is television rating points. As per the recent report titled Animal Discoveries 2019 and Planet Discoveries 2019, how many new species were discovered in that year? So, right answer is 544. And recently, ZSI, that is Zoological Survey of India, and BSI, that is Botanical Survey of India, released a report titled Animal Discoveries and Plant Discoveries 2019. Which state or union territory has exempted road tax on its battery operated vehicles? So this has been announced by New Delhi government. It is important to note that recently the government of Delhi also announced new electric vehicle policy. Apart from that, New Delhi government was also in news because of its new tree transplantation policy. Delhi was also in news because of first electric vehicle public charging plaza. So this first electric vehicle public charging plaza was recently started at Chelmsford Club in Delhi. Next generation treasury application that was seen in news recently is to be deployed by which organization? Right answer is Reserve Bank of India. So RBI decided to move to the NGTA for managing the foreign exchange and gold reserve of our country. What is NGTA? It is Next Generation Treasury Application. Sardar Japarov has been appointed as the new Prime Minister of which country? So he has been appointed as the new Prime Minister of Kyrgyzstan. It is important to note that recently the country's election commission declared the poll results as invalid. The capital of Kyrgyzstan is Bishkek and the currency of Kyrgyzstan is Kyrgyzstani Som. Tunnel, which was in news recently, is in which state of our country? So it is in Arunachal Pradesh. Recently it was in news because Union Defence Minister Mr. Rajnath Singh laid the foundation stone of this Nechipu tunnel and it is in Arunachal Pradesh. This tunnel is located on BCT Road. What is BCT Road? It is Balipura Chardur Tawang and this is in Arunachal Pradesh. Khardungla Pass is situated in which state or union territory? So it is in Ladakh and it is in Leh district of Ladakh and it is a gateway to Shoyak and to Nubra Valley and it is maintained by BRO. What is BRO? It is Border Road Organization. India's first dragonfly fossil was found in which state recently? So it was found in Jharkhand and this is India's first dragonfly fossil and this was found in Latehar district of Jharkhand. Recently Jharkhand was in news because Sohrai Khowar of Jharkhand got GI tag. GI stands for Geographical Indication. Protect a Generation report has been released by PwC India and which agency? So it has been released by Save the Children India and PwC. And this report is based on a study that was conducted in 3 states of our country. These 3 states are Uttarakhand, Madhya Pradesh and West Bengal. How many Indian beaches have been given the status of blue flag? So total 8 beaches were given the status of blue flag. You can pause the screen to take a screenshot of these names. Just revise them before exam. Now this blue flag status is given by FEE, that is Foundation for Environment Education, and this is a Copenhagen based non-governmental organization which work in the field of environment and it is known for its few active programs. One is Blue Flag, another one is Eco Schools, another program is Young Reporters for Environment and one program is LEAF, LEAF, that is Learning About Forest. And 5th program is Green Key International. Next question is, what is the issue price of 7th series of sovereign gold bond? Now first thing first, what is the meaning of this term sovereign gold bond? So these are the gold bonds which are issued by the Reserve Bank of India on the behalf of government. So these are government bonds which are issued by Reserve Bank of India, and these are gold bonds. So the issue price of 7th series of sovereign gold bond scheme has been fixed at 5051 per gram. Which bank has been designated by the Union government for opening of all FCRA accounts? So it is State Bank of India. FCRA stands for Foreign Contribution Regulation Act. So recently, Home Ministry has directed all the non-governmental organizations to open a designated FCRA account at the New Delhi branch of State Bank of India. Which country is set to host the 7th meeting of Ministers of Law and Justice of SCO in 2020? So, Indian Law Minister Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad is the host of the 7th meeting of Ministers of Law and Justice of SCO. SCO stands for Shanghai Cooperation Organization. The headquarters of SCO is in Beijing. Total 8 countries are the members of SCO, 4 are Central Asian countries, rest 4 are Russia and China, India and Pakistan. India and Pakistan became the full-fledged member of SCO after Asthana Summit in 2017. Which financial institution has signed $270 million loan to strengthen the urban local bodies in Madhya Pradesh? So this is ADB, that is Asian Development Bank. So this money will be used to strengthen the urban local bodies in Madhya Pradesh. The government has selected which company to connect 5,000 village panchayats with satellite broadband under BharatNet project. So it is Hughes Communication India, and this will be done under this BharatNet project. So 5,000 village panchayats will be connected with satellite broadband. Now this BharatNet project seeks to provide affordable high-speed broadband connectivity to the 2.5 lakhs village panchayats in our country. Objective is to provide affordable high-speed broadband connectivity, and the nodal ministry for this BharatNet project is Ministry of Communication, and this project is being funded by USOF. What is USOF? It is Universal Service Obligation Fund. Which organization has released 2020 State of Climate Services report? So this is WMO, that is World Meteorological Organization. It has released the 2020 State of Climate Services report. WMO is a specialized agency of United Nations, and the headquarters of WMO is in Geneva in Switzerland. Exporting Corruption is a report released by which organization? So it is a report by Transparency International. It is a non-governmental organization, and the headquarters is in Berlin. Berlin is in Germany. So this Transparency International released this report, and the title is Exporting Corruption, Assessing the Enforcement of OECD Anti-Bribery Convention. The Zojila Tunnel, which is in news, is in which state or union territory of India? So it is in Jammu and Kashmir, and it is going to provide the all-weather connectivity between Srinagar Valley and Leh. And this tunnel is being constructed on NH1, that is National Highway number 1. Which type of identity card issued by the government is set to be printed on PVC cards? So it is Aadhaar card. So Aadhaar cards will now be printed on PVC cards, similar to ATM cards. What is the title of World Economic Outlook 2020, which is released by IMF? So the title is Long and Difficult Ascent. IMF is International Monetary Fund, and it is Bretton Woods institution. So World Bank and IMF are Bretton Woods institutions. Recently, the travel business group Cox and Kings has been classified as willful defaulter by which bank? So what is the meaning of this term? Willful defaulters. That means you took the loan. Now you are able to repay that loan to the bank, but you are not willing to repay. That means you have capability to repay, but deliberately you are not repaying that money which you have taken as loan from the bank. So such instances are willful defaulters. So recently this travel business group Cox and Kings has been classified as the willful defaulter by Yes Bank. Which power producer of India has tied up with cement manufacturers across the country for supply of ash? So This is NTPC. NTPC has tied up with cement manufacturers to supply fly ash. Where is the regional raw drug repository of Ministry of Ayush? So it is in Chennai and it is in Tamil Nadu. It is regional raw drug repository and it is related to Ministry of Ayush. The central government has allowed how many states to borrow 68,825 crores from the market? So 20 states were allowed to borrow from the market through open market borrowing. Atal Innovation Mission has partnered with which IT firm to promote innovation in Atal schools? So this is CGI India. Now Atal Innovation Mission is an initiative of Niti Aayog. A national report on Angikar campaign was released recently. Now this campaign is associated to which ministry? So this is a campaign of MOHUA, that is Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. And this campaign was launched in 2019, and under this campaign the beneficiaries of PMAY, that is Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, are trained and they are given access to other welfare schemes. Nagarnar steel plant is in which state of India? So this steel plant is in Chhattisgarh. Recently CCEA, that is Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, gave in principle approval for the demerger of this Nagarnar steel plant from NMDC. What is NMDC? It is National Minerals Development Corporation. Africa's tallest mountain, the Mount Kilimanjaro, is in which country? So this is related to Tanzania. The capital of Tanzania is Dodoma. Now Tanzania is East African country. Which state is set to hold a special assembly session to bring legislation to counter new farm laws? So recently government passed 3 new farmers related legislation, and that is why, that means to counter those new laws, the Punjab Assembly decided to have a special session to counter these new farm laws. A drug named Inmazeb has been approved as the first drug for the treatment of which disease? So it is a drug for the treatment of Ebola. Name of the drug is Inmazeb. The CPCB, that is Central Pollution Control Board, has deployed 50 teams to inspect the pollution causing activities in which state or union territory? So this is related to Delhi. What is CPCB? It is Central Pollution Control Board. Who had chaired the interministerial meeting with FSSAI to achieve Vision 2050 of Eat Right India movement? So this was chaired by Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan. Which Indian state has launched Haath Dhona Roke Corona campaign? So this is a campaign to promote the hand wash practice, and this is launched by Uttar Pradesh government. The assets under management of NPS, that is National Payment System, and APY, that is Atal Pension Yojana, has crossed which mark recently? So it has crossed the mark of 5 lakh crore. The PFRDA, that is Regulator of Pension Funds, recently stated that asset under management of NPS and APY have crossed mark of 5 lakh crore. Now PFRDA stands for Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority. What is India's contribution to UNRWA for Palestinian refugees? So India's contribution is $1 million. What is UNRWA? It is United Nations Relief and Work Agency. So this agency intends to provide relief programs and services like health, education and other social services for Palestinian refugees. As per the World Economic Outlook 2020, which is released by IMF, what would be the per capita GDP of India in 2020? So recently, because of this report by IMF, there was too much controversy about India's per capita GDP and Bangladesh per capita GDP. So this World Economic Outlook report is released by IMF. And as per this report, the Bangladesh per capita GDP is $1,888. This is about 2020 only, not the overall scenario. The waiver of compound interest for loans is applicable to how many category of loans? So right answer is 8. Artificial intelligence and machine learning has been introduced recently in which portal of MSME Ministry? So this has been introduced in the Champions portal. This portal is for MSME sector, and now artificial intelligence and machine learning has been introduced in this portal. The central government is to borrow 1.10 lakh crore on the behalf of states to meet which shortfall? So it is related to GST compensation. So central government is going to borrow this money, and then central government will provide this money to the states. Actually, when GST was implemented, some states objected that it may lead to their loss of revenue. So the central government promised that if the revenue growth is going to be less than 14% per year, then central government will pay GST compensation in such cases. Which institution has called for emergency financing of $25 billion to help the poorest countries to tackle the COVID-19. So this was done by World Bank. Presently, the head of World Bank is David Malpass. The first phase of International Institute of Advanced Virology was recently inaugurated in which state of India? So it was inaugurated in Kerala. And to be specific, it was inaugurated in Thonakkal in Thiruvananthapuram in Kerala. Where is the headquarters of BARC? That is Broadcast Audience Research Council. So the headquarters is in Mumbai. Mumbai is in Maharashtra. Now, recently this BARC was in news because of TRP issue. TRP stands for television rating point. So because of manipulation of TRP, BARC decided to stop TRP monitoring 3 months for new channels. The Parliament of Israel has approved peace deal with which country? So this country is UAE. In this context, there is one important term, and it is Abraham Accord. So recently, USA played a key role in the deal of Israel with UAE and with Bahrain. Thalassemia Bal Seva Yojana is a part of the hematopoietic stem cell transplantation project. Now this project is funded by which PSU? So it is funded by Coal India. So this is for those unprivileged patients of thalassemia, and this is funded through the CSR of Coal India. What is CSR? It is Corporate Social Responsibility. What is the name of scheme of Culture Ministry which provides grants to the cultural program with large audience? So the name of the program is Kala Sanskriti Vikas Yojana. So it is a scheme by Culture Ministry. Idea is to provide financial support to the cultural programs. Recently, this Culture Ministry issued guidelines for holding events in online mode, and with the help of these new guidelines, the financial assistance will be provided to such artists so that they can tackle this difficult situation created because of COVID-19. So in simplest term, it is a scheme, that is Kala Sanskriti Vikas Yojana is a scheme of Culture Ministry to support the art and culture in this difficult time and show the holistic promotion of art and culture in our country. What is EVIN? So it is Electronic Vaccine Intelligence Network. So it is related to vaccination. Now this is a network which is used for immunization program. So it is a kind of digital database for the monitoring of vaccines. So it ensures real-time tracking of vaccines, and it provides information about their procurement, their storage, their delivery and distribution. So it is like a tracking system for our vaccines. The Sushma Swaraj lectures, which is introduced by the External Affairs Ministry, is designed for which target section? So it is a series of lectures which was started for the foreign diplomats posted in India, and it is an initiative started by MEA, that is Ministry of External Affairs, and it was started in the name of former External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj. And the inaugural session of these lectures was delivered by Harshvardhan Sringla. He is our Foreign Secretary. The Reserve Bank of India is going to conduct first ever OMO, that is Open Market Operations, for the state development loans. For what amount? So this amount is 10,000 crores. Now, few important terms are OMO. What is OMO? It is Open Market Operation. That means buying and selling of government securities. And for the first time, RBI is going to conduct the OMO for the purchase of SDL. What is SDL? It is State Development Loans. The amount is going to be 10,000 crores. The India International Food and Agri Week has been launched by which ministry? So this is an initiative of Ministry of Food Processing. Present minister is Mr. Narendra Singh Tomar. What is the name of mobile application launched by Leather Sector Skill Council? So the name of this application is Scale India. It has been launched by Leather Sector Skill Council. And this application was launched by Mahendranath Pandey. He is the Union Minister of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Bepi Colombo, which was in news recently, is a spacecraft launched to explore which planet or celestial body. So this was launched for Mercury, and it is a joint mission. That means this Bepi Colombo is a joint mission of JAXA, that is Space Agency of Japan, and ESA. ESA is European Space Agency, and JAXA is Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency. So the objective is to explore Mercury. Who represented India in the 102nd meeting of World Bank Development Committee plenary? So our Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman represented India in this 102nd meeting of World Bank Development Committee. Recently, she was also in news because of GST Council. So Finance Minister is the ex-officio chairperson of this GST Council. Enfuser and Xylem, which were in news recently, are associated to which field? So these are associated to environment. Recently, IMD, that is India Meteorological Department, has operationalized this Enfuser. What is the full form of this Enfuser? Enfuser stands for Environmental Information Fusion Services. START, that is Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty, which was in news recently, is associated to which countries? So it is associated to US and Russia. This new START treaty was signed in 2010, and the objective is to restrict or to limit the number of strategic nuclear equipments that Russia and USA can deploy. What is the rank of India in the Global Hunger Index 2020 report? So Indian rank is 94th, and the report is jointly published by Concern Worldwide and World Hunger Life. As per the recent report, India is on 94th position out of 107 countries. So our overall score was 27.2, and this shows that there is a serious level of hunger in our country. What is the estimated food grain production during the 2020-21 Kharif season? So the estimated production is 144.52 million ton. Now it is important to note that as per the official records of last year, the Kharif production was of 143.38 MT, that is million ton. By which year does the government aim to make India trans fat free? So the objective is 2022, and this is a year ahead by the target which has been set by WHO, that is World Health Organization. As per the recent publication in Lancet Journal, what is the life expectancy of India in 2019? So as per this recent study, life expectancy is 70.8 years. Now what is the meaning of this term life expectancy? It means the number of years a person can expect to live. So one important point is that our life expectancy has increased by more than 10 years. Actually in 1990, the life expectancy of our country was 59.6, and now in 2019 it is 70.8. What is the name of standard term life insurance product mandated by IRDAI? So it is Saral Jeevan Bima, and IRDAI, that is the regulator for insurance sector, has recently issued guidelines for the standard individual term life insurance product, and this product is to be made available by all the insurance companies. That means all the insurance companies will launch this product and it will be available for all. The rocket named New Shepard is associated to which space agency? So it is related to Blue Origin, and this Blue Origin is a company of Jeff Bezos, and he is the CEO of Amazon. And this company was in news because of event of space tourism. Which bank has been authorized to issue electoral bonds in our country? So it is State Bank of India. Recently, SBI was also in news because of FCRA, that is now NGOs will have to open their account in SBI to receive the foreign funding. As per FCRA norms, this is mandatory. India has recently organized its first joint commission with which country? So this country is Chile, and it is South American country. Which state or union territory has launched Mission Shakti campaign for the safety of women? So this is associated to Uttar Pradesh, and the government has announced this campaign for the women empowerment and women safety. Which country is to resume its oil and gas exploration in disputed South China Sea after a 6-year moratorium? Moratorium means temporary suspension. So this country is Philippines, and recently Philippines announced that it is going to resume the oil and gas exploration in South China Sea, and therefore it is going to end its moratorium on resource exploration in the South China Sea. Kalro Capital and Murari Lal Jalan are set to acquire which Indian company? Name of this company is Jet Airways, and recently the lenders of Jet Airways have approved the resolution plan, and this resolution plan is submitted by a consortium, and that consortium is headed by, or that consortium is led by Kalro Capital and Murari Lal Jalan. What is the rank of India in the Lowy Institute's Asia Power Index for 2020? So India's rank is 4th. Name of the index is Asia Power Index. It has been released by Lowy Institute, and it is a Sydney-based institute. Sydney is in Australia, and as per this ranking, India is on 4th position, while USA is on top position, China is on 2nd position, and Japan is on 3rd position. What is the name of scheme launched by Agriculture Ministry to assist cooperatives in creation of healthcare infrastructure? So the name of this initiative is Ayushman Sahkar. Sahkar stands for cooperatives, and recently this initiative was launched, and it has been formulated by NCDC. So why this initiative was launched? It was launched to assist the cooperative societies in creation of healthcare infrastructure in our country. So objective is to assist cooperatives so that they can create healthcare infrastructure, and this will be done by providing support through this Ayushman Sahkar scheme. The United Nations ban on purchase of arms expired for which country? So this ban is expired for Iran. The capital of Iran is Tehran. Recently, it was in news because this ban has expired, even though there were objections from the USA. Which company has launched the mask verification feature in India? So this company is Uber, and this is a cab company. This feature was recently launched in USA and Canada, and now even in India this feature has been announced. What percentage of the capital expenditure, that is CapEx, target of CPSE should be met before December 2020? So CPSE stands for Central Public Sector Enterprises. Now let me explain you the background. See, because of coronavirus there is economic slowdown. Now to revive the growth, government is trying to increase the expenditure, and for that purpose recently there was a meeting, and it was related to the performance of these central public sector enterprises. This meeting was under Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, and during that meeting she mentioned that 75% of the capital expenditure target of CPSE should be met by them by the end of 3rd quarter of 2020. Russia has signed a pact with which Indian company for marketing Sputnik vaccine? So for this purpose, Russia has signed a pact with Mankind Pharma, and RDIF, that is Russian Direct Investment Fund, has entered into a pact with this Mankind Pharma. So this is going to help in marketing and distribution of this vaccine in India. In addition to India, USA and Japan, which country will participate in this year's Malabar naval exercise? So this country is Australia. Malabar is a naval exercise, and since 1992, USA and India are the participants in this Malabar exercise. And from 2015, Japan became the new participant. And this year, Australia is also going to participate in this Malabar naval exercise. Which company has won the bid for the largest segment of Mumbai-Ahmedabad high-speed rail project? So this company is Larsen & Toubro, and this has won the bid for the largest segment of this Mumbai-Ahmedabad high-speed rail project. Asafoetida, that is hing, has been cultivated in India for the first time in which state? So, for the first time, hing has been cultivated in India in the Lahaul Valley of Himachal Pradesh, and this has been done with the help of IHBT of CSIR. What is IHBT? It is Institute of Himalayan Bioresource Technology, and it is an institute related to CSIR, that is Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. Which company has been awarded the contract by NASA for deploying 4G network on Moon? So this company is Nokia. NASA is the space agency of USA. NASA stands for National Aeronautics and Space Administration. And for the 4G network on Moon, it has awarded the contract to Nokia. So these were the most important questions. Now we are going to cover important events. Feel free to skip it at your own risk if you do not like the format. First is Mission Shakti. So it is related to Uttar Pradesh government, and Uttar Pradesh government decided to launch this Mission Shakti for women's safety for the upcoming Navratri festival. Uttar Pradesh government was also in news as recently it launched Operation Durachari. That too was related to women's safety. Next is Paytm. So recently Paytm launched same day bank settlement facility. That means the settlement of payment will be done on same day instead of waiting for upcoming days. Next is Central Bank of the Year Award. So Bank of Ghana has won the Central Bank of the Year Award. On the other hand, Mark Carney has won the Governor of the Year Award, and Mark Carney is the Governor of Bank of England. Next is Project RED. So recently LIC Housing Finance Limited has launched this Project RED. What is the full form of RED? It is Reimagining Excellence Through Digital Transformation. So this project has been launched by LIC Housing Finance Limited to improve the efficiency at every level of the organization. So the project is to increase efficiency in the organization. Next is GRAP and EPCA. So this is related to Delhi government, and we have already covered this in our past sections as well. So please read about GRAP and EPCA. Next is Argentina. So recently Argentina became the first country in the world to approve the use of drought resistant genetically modified wheat. So this variety of wheat is genetically modified, and this is drought resistant, and it has been approved by Argentina, and therefore Argentina became the first country in the world to do so. Now in India, the nodal authority for GM crops, that means nodal authority, is GEAC. Now answer in comment box, this GEAC is under which ministry and who is the chairperson of GEAC? Next is Mansi Joshi. So recently Mansi Joshi was in news because of Barbie. Barbie is American doll manufacturer, and Mansi Joshi is para badminton world champion. So recently this American doll manufacturer company Barbie modeled a doll like Mansi Joshi, and therefore she became the first Indian para athlete to get such a Barbie doll which is modeled like her. Next is Jashan-e-Dal. So as the name suggests, this was a festival, sports festival, which was organized in Dal Lake, and this was organized by J&K Police. Next is 800. So this is the movie which is based on Sri Lankan cricketer Muthaiya Muralidharan, and his role will be played by Vijay Satpathy. Actually, it was in news because of a controversy. So that's why you should know it. Next is the Healthy Life Program. So SDFC Bank has launched this Healthy Life Program for its customers. and this is a program which has been launched in association with Apollo Hospitals. So SDFC and Apollo Hospitals have collaborated to launch this Healthy Life program, and it provides holistic healthcare solution. Next is world's biggest zinc smelter project. So this is going to be in Gujarat, and for that Gujarat government has signed a pact with Vedanta Group, and this zinc smelter project is going to be the world's biggest, and it is going to be in Doshawada, and it is in Tapi district of Gujarat. Next is Srikant Datar. So recently Indian origin Srikant Datar named Harvard Business School Dean. Next is Shobha Naidu. So she passed away recently, and she was renowned Kuchipudi dancer. Apart from her, recently John Reid passed away, and he was well-known cricketer from New Zealand. Next is FAO, that is Food and Agriculture Organization. Headquarters is in Rome, and recently it was in news because Prime Minister is going to release a commemorative coin of 75 rupees on the occasion of 75th anniversary of FAO, and it is on 16th of October. Next is Sujal Mission. So recently Odisha government launched the Sujal Mission, and it is a mission to provide drinking water in taps. Next is Epivac Corona. So this is the second vaccine which has been announced by Russia. Now, recently Russia was also in news because of Alexei Navalny. Now, please note that in yesterday's lecture, I had mentioned that due to poisoning. Now, please note that in last lecture, I had mentioned that he was poisoned and this led to his death. Now, later I realized that that news article was not reliable and he is still alive. So, please correct this. Next is 15th of October. So, 15th of October is International Day of Rural Women. And the theme was Building Rural Women's Resilience in the Wake of COVID-19. Apart from that, 15th of October was also celebrated as World Students Day, and it is celebrated because it is the birth anniversary of our former president Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Next is ISA, that is International Solar Alliance. The headquarters is in Gurugram, and recently India and France were re-elected as president and co-president of ISA for the time period of 2 years. Next is DGFT, that is Directorate General of Foreign Trade. So recently DGFT changed some trade norms. First is related to air conditioners. So now air conditioners are in prohibited category. What does that mean? Previously air conditioners were in free category. That means there was no restriction on the imports of air conditioners. But now DGFT has put them in restricted category. DGFT have put them in prohibited category. On the other hand, DGFT removed restrictions on the alcohol-based hand sanitizers. Previously, government imposed restrictions on the export of these hand sanitizers, that means alcohol-based hand sanitizers, but now these restrictions are removed. On the other hand, restrictions were imposed on the import of air conditioners. 16th of October, and it is World Food Day. 16th of October is World Food Day, and the theme was Grow, Nourish, Sustain Together, and it is celebrated by FAO, that is Food and Agriculture Organization. Headquarters is in Rome in Italy, and on the occasion of 75th anniversary of FAO, Prime Minister launched a coin of 75 rupees. So 16th of October was World Food Day, while 15th of October was Hand Wash Day, and 13th of October was International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction. Next event is license fees for multiplexes. So recently Uttar Pradesh government decided to exempt the license fees of multiplexes and cinema halls for 6 months periods. So this exemption is given for 6 months periods, and it is given by the state government of Uttar Pradesh. Next is Operation Greens TOP to Total. So TOP stands for Tomato, Onion, Potato, and this scheme was started for price stabilization of these commodities. Later, it was extended to a lot of other products as well. Now, why it was in news? Because the government will provide the subsidy of 50% on the transportation of specified fruits and vegetables, and this subsidy will be provided if the specified fruits and vegetables are transported through Kisan Rail. So if these products are transported through Kisan Rail, then in that case government will provide a 50% subsidy on the transportation cost, and this will be done as a part of this Operation Greens. Next is Tallboy. So this is the name of bomb, and recently this Second World War bomb was detonated underwater by the Poland Navy. So during Second World War, this was dropped by a British Air Force, and it was in news recently because few days ago this was detonated underwater by the Navy of Poland. Next is Madan B. Lokur Committee. So recently Supreme Court has appointed the committee, and this committee will be headed by retired Justice Madan B. Lokur. Now this committee has been set up to monitor the stubble burning in Punjab, Haryana and in Uttar Pradesh. That means the objective is to prevent stubble burning, and for that this monitoring committee has been set up. It is under Justice Madan B. Lokur. Next is National Authority for Recycling of Ships. So recently central government notified DG of Shipping as National Authority for Recycling of Ships. DG stands for Director General. So this National Authority of Ships Recycling will be set up at Gandhinagar in Gujarat. Next is Athikam. So legendary Malayalam poet Athikam passed away. Malayalam is the official language of Kerala, and it is a classical language also. Apart from Athikam, recently Kishore Bhimani passed away, and Kishore Bhimani was a cricket journalist and commentator. Next is Bhanu Athaiya. So she passed away recently. She was the first Indian to win Oscar, and she won the Best Costume Design Oscar for her work in film Gandhi, and this film was directed by Richard Attenborough. This is a film of 1982. Next is Constantina Dita. So recently Constantina Dita was in news as Constantina Dita has been named as the ambassador for World Athletics Half Marathon Championship. Kapila. Kapila stands for Kalam Program for Intellectual Property, Literacy and Awareness. So this program has been started by MOE, that is Ministry of Education, and it is related to Dr. Kalam. It was launched on the occasion of his 89th birth anniversary, and it was on 15th of October. So this Kapila program stands for Kalam Program for Intellectual Property, Literacy and Awareness. So this is related to intellectual property. Next is Family Credit Card. So this initiative has been started by IKEA, and for that IKEA has partnered with MasterCard and Citibank. So these three have collaborated to launch Family Credit Card. Next is International Day for Eradication of Poverty. So it is on 17th of October, and the theme of this year was Acting Together to Achieve Social and Environmental Justice for All. Next is National Security Guard. So on 16th of October, this National Security Guard Day was celebrated. NSG, that is National Security Guards, are also known as Black Cats, and NSG was established in 1984. Next is The Battle of Belonging. So it is a book by Dr. Shashi Tharoor. Next is Red Light On, Gaadi Off campaign. So this is a campaign by Delhi government. The idea behind this campaign is to encourage people to switch off their vehicle when there is a red light on traffic signal. So at that point of time, if you are going to switch off your vehicle, it will save your fuel, plus it will help in reduction of pollution. So that is why this campaign was started. Next is Rajiv Gauba panel. So recently the government constituted a panel of secretaries, and this panel is under the chairpersonship of Home Secretary, and this panel is under the chairmanship of Cabinet Secretary Rajiv Gauba. Now why this panel has been constituted? This panel has been constituted to streamline the telecom spectrum allocation process. Next is INS Sindhuveer. So recently India decided to deliver this Kilo class submarine INS Sindhuveer to Myanmar. So this will be the first submarine of Myanmar Navy, and India decided to deliver this INS Sindhuveer to Myanmar. Next is Awaaz initiative. So it is initiative started by Rajasthan government. Objective is women's safety, and this Awaaz stands for Action Against Women Related Crime and Awareness for Justice. Next is Ashan Conservation Reserve. So this is in Uttarakhand, and this is the first Ramsar site of Uttarakhand. Ramsar is a convention related to wetlands. Actually, Ramsar is a name of place in Iran, and this convention was signed at Ramsar. That's why it is Ramsar Convention. It is related to wetland conservation. Why this convention was in news? Because recently Ashan Conservation Reserve was given the status of Ramsar site, and this is first such site in Uttarakhand to get such status. Next is My Town, My Pride. So this is an initiative started by Jammu and Kashmir. Actually, this is an initiative to provide governance at doorsteps. That means to provide government services at your doorsteps. A similar initiative was started by Jammu and Kashmir Administration for rural areas. So for rural areas, the name of campaign was Back to Village. And for urban areas, the name of campaign is My Town, My Pride. So it is a campaign started by Jammu and Kashmir. Idea is to provide governance services at doorsteps. Next is Dhruv Dhanraj Bahal. So recently he has been appointed as COO, that is Chief Operating Officer of Bharat Pay. Recently Bharat Pay was also in news as it announced a TV campaign, and the name of campaign is Team Bharat Pay. And for this campaign, 11 cricketers were appointed as the brand ambassadors. Next is Kapil Dev Kamath. So he was a politician. He was associated to Bihar, and he was the Panchayati Raj Minister of Bihar, and he was associated to JDU political party. Recently he passed away. Next is Vishal V. Sarma. So he has been appointed as India's permanent representative to UNESCO. Next is Mobile Water Testing Laboratory Van. So recently Haryana government launched this laboratory van to ensure the testing of potable water. Next is International Weightlifting Federation. So recently this federation was in news because Dr. Michael Irani has been appointed as the interim president of this International Weightlifting Federation. Pradeep Ghosh. He was well-known Bengali artist and he passed away recently. Next is Skull International Asia Area. So Jammu and Kashmir is going to host this Skull International Asia Area in 2021, and this is an organization of tourism leaders. So the Congress, that means the meeting of this organization, is going to be in Jammu and Kashmir in 2021. Next is Earthshot Prize. So recently Prince William launched this Earthshot Prize, and this prize has been launched and it will be given to those who are going to provide solutions for our environmental problems and for solving our climate issues. So this is related to environment and climate change, and this has been launched by Prince William. Next is Global Hunger Index 2020. So it is index which is jointly published by Concern Worldwide and by World Hunger Life. So this World Hunger Life is from Germany and this Concern Worldwide is from Ireland. So these two organizations play a key role in this Global Hunger Index. Now as per this index, India is on 94th position out of 107 countries. There are 4 major components of this Global Hunger Index. These are child stunting, child wasting, child mortality rate, and 4th one is undernourishment. So these are the 4 indicators. It is important to note that last year India was on 102nd position and this time we are on 94th position. So as you can see, out of 107 countries we are on 94th position. That means only few countries are behind us. So we need to be serious about it and we need to focus on this aspect, because a hungry India can never be a global superpower. So we need to take it seriously. Next is Buldana pattern. So this Buldana district is in Maharashtra, and recently this term Buldana pattern was in news because of water conservation efforts. So in this pattern, the highway construction and water conservation are synchronized, and this was quite successful in Maharashtra, and that is why Niti Aayog is working on a national strategy for such water conservation efforts. So this Buldana pattern is related to water conservation. It is a district in Maharashtra. Next is adopt an animal scheme. So this is a scheme related to Nandankanan Zoological Park, and this zoological park is in Odisha. So under this scheme, the idea is to mobilize resources for animals. So you can adopt any animal, and this way you can provide financial assistance to this Nandankanan Zoological Park in Odisha. Next is stacked odds. So recently United Nations released this report, and the title is Stacked Odds, and this report was released on the occasion of International Day of Girl Child. And as per this report, 1 in every 130 females globally is living in modern slavery. So this is a report by United Nations. Next is campaign against encrypted social media messages. So these social media companies use end-to-end encryption, and that is why the governments of different countries started a campaign against this end-to-end encryption. Why they are starting this campaign? They are saying, that means the governments of different countries are saying that because of this end-to-end encryption, law enforcement agencies cannot take action against illegal activities. Why? Because they are not able to decrypt these messages. So that is why this campaign has been started against encrypted social media messages. And this is a campaign which has been led by UK. Recently, India also joined this campaign. Next is aquaponic cultivation. So recently CDAC Mohali has developed new technology for this aquaponic cultivation of plants. Now what is the meaning of this term aquaponic? It means it is a technique where fish plus plants are growing together. So these two complement each other and provide support to each other. So the fish waste will provide organic food to the plants, and the plants naturally filter the water which is used to replenish the fish tank. Next is India's first pediatric kidney swab transplantation. So this was done in BMC run KEM hospital in Maharashtra. Now what is the meaning of this term swab transplantation? See, suppose there are two families. One is family 1, another is family 2. Now in family 1, the F11 member want to give kidney to F12, but the problem is that it is not matching. Similarly, in family 2, F21 want to give kidney to F22. Here also the problem is that it is not matching. That means it is not matching with the donor. So there is a problem of mismatch between the donor and recipient. So what they are going to do? This person will give kidney to this person, and this will give to this person. So this is swab transplantation. So it is for those families who do not have matching donors in their own family. It is also known as pool transplant or paired exchange. Next is related to CRPF. So recently CRPF was in news, that is Central Reserve Police Force was in news, as it has collaborated with IIT Delhi and with DRDO and with JATC. What is JATC? It is Joint Advanced Technology Center. So why it has collaborated with these organizations? It has collaborated with these organizations to support its research and development capacities. Next is related to Bangladesh. So next year Bangladesh is going to celebrate its 50th year of independence, and that is why it has invited Indian Prime Minister. It is going to celebrate its 50th year of independence on 26th of March. Next is Denmark Open title. So in female category of this badminton tournament, Nozomi Okuhara won the title, while in male category, Andres Antonsen won the tournament. This is related to badminton, and she was winner in women's single title and he was winner in men's single title. Next is solidarity trial. So it is related to trial of vaccine in the context of COVID-19, and it is related to WHO. Apart from this trial, few other terms are related. One is faith trial. Faith trial is led by Glenmark, and this recovery trial is led by UK. So all three are related to COVID-19. Next is global tuberculosis report. So this report was recently released by WHO, that is World Health Organization. Tuberculosis is a bacterial disease, and it is because of Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Next is Nirbudh initiatives. So under these Nirbudh initiatives, EPFO, that is Employees Provident Fund Organization, is providing WhatsApp based support to ensure seamless service delivery in this pandemic situation. EPFO is Employees Provident Fund Organization. Next is MACS 6478. So this is a variety of wheat, and recently it was in news because this variety is helping the farmers in Maharashtra to double their crop yield. Next is Baba Banda Singh Bahadur. So recently Prime Minister paid tribute to Baba Banda Singh Bahadur on his 350th Jayanti. He was well-known Sikh warrior and he was a commander of Khalsa army. Next is related to Tanishq. So it was in news because of recent ad controversy. It is a jewelry brand and it is a division of Titan, and Titan is a company of Tata Group. Now the headquarters of Tanishq is in Bengaluru in Karnataka, and this Tanishq is promoted by Tata Group in collaboration with TIDCO. This is important. TIDCO stands for Tamil Nadu Industrial Development Corporation. Next is Mr. Prime Minister, We Shrank the Dragon. So this is a book which is by Pradeep Gora. Next is Flipkart. So recently it was in news because Jammu and Kashmir administration has collaborated with Flipkart to support the weavers and artisans so that their products can be sold across the globe. Next is MoPay. So it is a new platform which has been developed for dairy farmers, and recently this initiative was launched in Rajasthan, and this has been launched by Stallapps. So the name of initiative is MoPay. Company is Stallapps. It has been launched in Rajasthan. It has been launched for dairy farmers, and it is a direct payment platform. Next is Y20 Global Summit. So it is a summit of Ministers of Youth Affairs and Sports of G20 countries. For this year, Saudi Arabia is the head of G20 group. So this Y20 Global Summit was also hosted by Saudi Arabia. From Indian side, our Minister of Youth Affairs, Kiran Rijiju, participated in this event. Next is Aishwarya Sridhar. So recently Aishwarya Sridhar won the award in photography, and Aishwarya Sridhar became the first Indian to win the Wildlife Photographer of the Year award. So the award is Wildlife Photographer of Year award, and the name of image is Light of Passion. Anant Committee. So this committee was recently constituted by AICTE, that is All India Council for Technical Education, and this committee has been constituted to prepare Professional Engineers Bill, and this committee will be headed by MS Anant, and he is the former director of IIT Madras. So these are important points from this event. Next is Harish Kotecha. So recently philanthropist Harish Kotecha has been awarded this prestigious Sendranis Lifetime Achievement Award, and Harish Kotecha is of Indian origin and he was awarded for his work in USA. Name of this award is Sendranis Lifetime Achievement Award, and Harish Kotecha is the founder of HC4A, that is Hindu Charities for America. Next is NGT, that is National Green Tribunal. So first, it is a statutory body and it has been established as per the provisions of NGT Act of 2010. Recently it was in news because on October 18th, NGT completed 10 years. So that's why this is important. Please read more about NGT, that who is chairperson, how chairperson is appointed, what is the mandate of NGT, and how NGT is different from regular courts. Next is electoral bonds. We have already covered this. Next is Seema Gupta. So recently Seema Gupta has been named as the winner of Gold Stevie Award in Lifetime Achievement Business category, and Seema Gupta is associated to Power Grid Corporation of India. Next is Rajkiran Rai. So recently MD and CEO of Union Bank of India, Rajkiran Rai, has been appointed as the new chairperson of IBA. IBA stands for Indian Banks Association, and he is the successor of Rajneesh Kumar. That means Rajneesh Kumar was former chairperson of this IBA and he was the chief of SBI, that is State Bank of India. Now new SBI chief has been appointed and he is Dinesh Kumar Khara. So he is the new deputy chairperson of this IBA. Next is Ajay Kumar Bhalla. So Mr. Bhalla is the present Home Secretary. Why he was in news recently? Because he was given extension of tenure. So now his tenure has been extended till August 2021. Next is Jacinda Ardern. So she is the Prime Minister of New Zealand. Recently she was in news because she won the elections in New Zealand. So she won the general elections and therefore she secured a second consecutive 3-year term as Prime Minister of New Zealand. Next is SLINEX. So as the name suggests, it is a joint maritime exercise between India and Sri Lanka. Next is SCO, that is Shanghai Cooperation Organization. So recently the 7th meeting of law ministers of SCO members was organized and it was virtually hosted by Indian Law Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad. Next is R.L. Shukla. So Mr. Shukla was well-known historian and he passed away recently. Next is Umar Gul. So he is a cricketer from Pakistan. He is well-known fast bowler and recently he announced his retirement. Next is David Warner. So he is a cricketer from Australia and he was in news because of IPL. IPL is going on in UAE. So recently he became the first overseas player to score 5,000 runs in IPL. Please remember, he is the first overseas player to do so. Overall, he is the 4th player to do so. Before him, Indian players like Virat Kohli, Suresh Raina and Rohit Sharma has achieved this milestone. But if we talk about quickest batsman among all, so David Warner has achieved this milestone in the least number of matches. That means he achieved this milestone in 135th inning. Next is Seema Mustafa. So recently she was elected as the President of Editors Guild of India. And please remember that she is the first elected President of Editors Guild of India. Singapore became the first country to use facial recognition technique to pay taxes. DMRC. DMRC is Delhi Metro Rail Corporation. It was in news because it is conducting online survey to study the travel patterns. And the survey is conducted by Delhi Metro Rail Corporation. Next is NEEM-G. So this is e-auto and such e-auto will be exported from Kerala to Nepal and that is why it was in news. Next is ISA Solar Awards. So ISA stands for International Solar Alliance and for the first time these awards were announced. So 3 important categories of these awards are Vishweshwaraya Award, Kalpana Chawla Award and 3rd category is Diwakar Award. So this Vishweshwaraya Award was given to Japan for Asia Pacific region and for Europe and other regions it was given to Netherlands. In case of Kalpana Chawla Award, this was given to Dr. Bhim Singh. So from Indian side it was given to Dr. Bhim Singh and he is from IIT Delhi. And from UAE it was given to Dr. Aisha, so she is from UAE. In Diwakar Award category it was given to Arpan Institute and this is institute related to Haryana and it was also given to Arushi Society. Next is University of Mysore. So recently this university was in news because Prime Minister addressed a convocation and it was a 100 years convocation celebration. This university was established in 1916 and it was the first university in Karnataka and overall it was the 6th university in our country. So because Prime Minister addressed the centenary convocation of this University of Mysore, it was in news. The Prime Minister was also in news as recently he launched 100 rupee coin to commemorate the birth anniversary of Vijayaraje Scindia and these coins will be minted by Finance Ministry. Next is SANT missile. So SANT stands for Standoff Anti-Tank Missile. So as the name suggests, it is anti-tank and it has been developed by DRDO, that is Defense Research and Development Organization. It is being developed for IAF, that is Indian Air Force. Next is IMF. So recently IMF was in news because Andorra has applied for the membership of IMF and Andorra became 190th member because Andorra has applied to become the 190th because Andorra has applied to become the 190th member of IMF. Andorra is a European country and it is sandwiched between Spain and France. Next is On the Trail of Buddha, A Journey to the East. So this is a book by Dipankar Aron. Next is PhonePe. So recently PhonePe was in news because it has partnered with Bajaj Allianz General Insurance to provide car and bike insurance products. Next is Kaleshwaram Lift Irrigation Project. So this project is related to Telangana and recently it was in news because of controversial environmental clearances. And in this context, NGT, that is National Green Tribunal, mentioned that the environmental clearance given to this project are in violation of the current rules. This is in Telangana and it is world's largest multi-stage lift irrigation project. Next is Indian Bank. So recently this Indian Bank was in news because it has signed agreement with Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs for this PM Swanidhi scheme. This PM Swanidhi scheme is for street vendors and now Indian Bank has signed this agreement for the payment of subsidy to the street vendors under this scheme. Next is Food Safety Compliance System. So recently FSSAI announced that this Food Safety Compliance System will be extended in the entire country from 1st of November 2020. FSSAI is under Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Next is World Statistics Day. So it was on 20th of October. The theme was connecting the world with data we can trust. Apart from that, 20th of October was also celebrated as World Osteoporosis Day. So World Osteoporosis Day was on 20th of October and the theme was That's Osteoporosis. Next is India's first multimodal logistic park. So it was recently inaugurated by Mr. Nitin Gadkari, who is our Minister of Road Transport. So this first multimodal logistic park is going to be in Assam and it is in Jogighopa of Assam. So this is the name of place and it is in Assam, and this first multimodal logistic park will be set up under Bharatmala Pariyojana. Next is Mohun Bagan. So this is a football club. Recently this football club was in news because Hero I-League trophy was recently handed over to Mohun Bagan. Next is Frontier Technologies Cloud Innovation Center. So Niti Aayog is going to collaborate with Amazon Web Services for this Frontier Technologies Cloud Innovation Center. So these were the most important events. Thank you.